I think we all want to see God moving in our lives. It's something that we desire. If you love God, then you want to see Him at work. And sometimes we feel like God isn't moving in our lives. Sometimes when we pray, we feel like He isn't answering our prayers. But I think we can learn a couple lessons from David. Here in today's reading, we read through just 2 Psalms. It was pretty short. And in Psalm 109, David is crying out to God. If you don't know who David is, he was the king of Israel, and he lived his whole life at war with one nation or one people. Even at times, he was in civil war with his son or fleeing from the king that lived before him. And here's what he says: "O God, whom I praise, don't stand silent and aloof while the wicked slander me and tell lies about me. They surround me with hateful words and fight against me for no reason. I love them, but they try to destroy me with accusations, even as I am praying for them." So I think the easiest and simplest way to begin to see God move in your life is to begin to make a regular habit of prayer. David prayed constantly, as we get to read many of his prayers in the book of Psalms, and he actually took the time to write down those prayers. I think something that's really cool to do is to write down prayer requests and actually write them out, and then get other people to pray for them with you. And when you begin to do this, I've seen in my personal life, God actually come and answer these prayers. Oftentimes, we don't think God is moving in our lives, but how often are you actually asking Him to move? The second way that I think we can see God moving in our lives is through what we choose to be looking at. David says this in verse 30, "But I will give repeated thanks to the Lord, praising Him to everyone, for He stands beside the needy, ready to save them from those who condemn them." David chose to try to give praise to the Lord no matter what circumstances he was in his life. When you begin writing out your prayers, you're saying to God, "I want to look for you moving in this way. I'll be searching for you moving here in my life." And what we focus on is what we see a lot of the times. If we believe God isn't moving in our lives, then we're probably not going to see when He actually does. We're going to credit it to good luck or fortune or just coincidence that happened. But instead, when I change my perspective and I say, "Lord, I know I'm supposed to be praying to you constantly. I know that you love me," then we'll begin to see how He's moving in our lives. And sometimes when we humble ourselves like that, He begins to move in ways that He otherwise wouldn't have. Remember, God opposes the proud. So I hope this short video helps you see God moving in your life. Maybe even today, just remember to pray, write down your prayers, and then begin to look for God after you do that diligently. If you want more videos like this, and I make a video every day about how we can read through the Bible in a year together. So in the description of this video, there's a link to the playlist of all the videos I've done on this topic. And then right below that is the Bible plan that I'm doing. I hope to see you back here tomorrow.